Hello YouTube, this is Ben Smock with another random videos. What the hell? These are my random picks for a certain category. It's kind of like a survey, but not really a survey. It's like those surveys that ask you like your opinion, like best whatever, or all that junk. I came up with my own survey, and if you want to, if you wanted to respond to the survey by making your own video, you can either make your own video talking about this survey, or just comment below, I guess. Now here we go. Hardest game series, Contra. Every Contra game I've played is too damn hard. I never beat a Contra game because Contra is too freaking hard. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're great games. Except for Contra Force, which turns out ain't really a Contra game. It was supposed to be called Arkhand, but I guess they like dropped that name and just randomly called it Contra. There were like 4 random ass characters that no one knew who they were. Yeah. A coolest character, Mario. Enough said. Most memorable. Now, I gotta warn you, there are lots of ties on this list. In your responses, you can include a tie. The tie is between... What the hell with me? Super Mario Brothers and the game PAC-MAN. No, the game I got is Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, but I don't think Duck Hunt's as memorable, even though I do like that game. And PAC-MAN, yeah, that's what I said. Funnest puzzle game, TETRIS. Honorable mention is Columns. No, I'm just joking. Columns freaking sucks. Well, Columns doesn't freaking suck. It's just not as fun as Tetris. It never was as fun. Now, worst GameCube game. It's a tie between Day of Reckoning 1 and Day of Reckoning 2. And we all know why that's the worst GameCube game. Worst PS2 game. It's another tie between IHRA Drag Racing and IHRA Drag Racing 2. Those games freaking sucked. Best GameCube game? This is just opinion. Luigi's Mansion. It may be one of the first GameCube games. It's got the best graphics for the GameCube. It's a ton of fun to play. The gameplay's addicting. Like, every time I play it, it's just too hard to put the controller down. I mean, it's just a ton of fun. It's that fun. It reminds me a lot of Ghostbusters, to be honest with you. Honorable mentions for this category include Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario Strikers. It's another honorable mention. Mario Parties 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh wait, 8 is on the Wii, I think. Yeah, 8's on the Wii. I can't think today. I'm thinking of another honorable mention for the GameCube. No, yeah, Mario Kart Double Dash, and I would say Mario Golf Tulsa Tour and Mario Power Tennis. Those games aren't as memorable to me. I liked them a lot, and Speaking of which, you can get Mario Power Tennis on the Wii now. It uses the motion controls, even though I freaking hate the Wii remote, but it's a fun controller at times. I still hate it. Moving on. Best PS2 game, you can't argue with me on this, Gran Turismo 4. Gran Turismo 4 is amazing. I don't care what people say. It rocks. 720 cars. Possibilities are endless. Now, best racing series. Best series of racing games. It's a tie, four-way tie between Mario Kart, Gran Turismo, Need for Speed, and Forza Motorsport. I freaking love Forza Motorsport. Best first-person shooters. It's a tie between Doom and Call of Duty. Both amazing series. Best fighting series. Mortal Kombat came close, but nothing compares to Street Fighter. Nothing at all. Nothing. Compares to Street Fighter. Virtua Fighter, it didn't suck, it was just dumb. On the 32X Virtua Fighter, they acted like they had problems with it a lot, or when they won even, they acted like they had problems. They were like, yeah! Oh! And stuff like that. Made random ass noises. Now, the best game system. The new Xbox 360. The slimmer, the black one. The new black one. Here's one I'm pretty sure everyone will agree with me on. The worst system in existence is the Philips CDI. Worst system ever. The PS2 Slim isn't even as bad as the CDI. If a system's worse than the PS2 Slim, it's got to be pretty damn bad. I mean, the PS2 Slim, it was just a PS2, so the games for it didn't suck. But now the CDI, everything about it sucks. The system sucks, the games suck, the controllers suck. The controllers, one looked like your basic 3-button controller, kind of like a Sega Genesis controller. In fact, there were adapters that let you use Sega Genesis controllers with the CDI. Another controller was like a TV remote with a joystick that was stiff. The only innovation to that controller is that it was wireless, which the Atari 2600 was the earliest wireless controller, I think. I don't know. And it had one of the first analogs before the 64 controller. Yeah, and another controller looked like a spoon, and another controller looked like your basic D-pad, except it had a stiff joystick. Actually, it wasn't a joystick at all. It looked like just a stick coming out of emerging from the D-pad. So it wasn't even a stick at all, even though it looked like one. Which don't make any sense. And also, the controller port in the front, you'd think would be just a one-player port, right? Guess what? The one-player port is on the back of the system. The back of the system. What the hell? So, if you had the big-ass CDI, you had to move the whole freaking system. Now this system, the big-ass CDI, this is bigger than the Atari 5200, so it's huge. You had to put it in the back, and that made no sense. I do not know what they were smoking when they made one. Moving on, before I go crazy. The worst controller, it is a three-way tie between the COLECOVISION controller, INTELLIVISION controller, and Atari 5200 controller. and the best controller is the GameCube controller. Now, honorable mentions for the best controller for me include the Super Nintendo controller and the Neo Geo controller, which is the arcade stick with the big old stick and the buttons. Excuse me. The best modern handheld, it's a tie between the Nintendo DSi and the PSP, which I don't have. Now the older handheld, it's a three-way tie between the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. And the worst handheld, I don't know, because lots of the handhelds rocked. The Game Gear rocked, the Nomad, which is a portable Genesis, rocked. The Atari Lynx rocked. Lots of handheld systems rock. But there are all, at the same time, so many bad handhelds, it's hard to choose. Best 16-bit console is the Super Nintendo. The Genesis came pretty close in points, though, for me. The best 8-bit console, NES, same with the Master System and the Genesis. Best 32-bit console is the 64. I would put that it would tie with the Saturn, but I'm not sure if the Saturn's 32-bit or not. And best arcade-based system, none other than the Neo Geo. And biggest false advertisement is the Atari Jaguar. Now, by false advertisement, I mean false advertisement. This system came out, it claimed to be 64 bits. We were thinking, damn! The advertising slogan was do the math. Well, guess what? Lots of the games, compared a lot to 16-bit games, like Zool 2 had almost the same graphics as the Sonic Genesis games. And Cyberwolf looks a lot like Star Fox, which was 16-bit as well. And lots of the games just look so 16-bit. Now, by saying those two titles, I'm not trying to copy the Angry Video Game Nerd, because he did compare Zool 2 to Sonic and Cybermorph to Star Fox. So do not think I'm copying the Angry Video Game Nerd. I'm just using an example from his videos that I learned about the Atari Jaguar. Well, that concludes my conclusion. This video turned out pretty dang long. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.